Good evening and welcome in to Tressel Field, George Finnie Stadium on the campus of Baldwin Wallace, where the Yellow Jackets are here hosting the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. And I'm Cole McDaniel bringing this action here with you tonight. Good to be out here with plenty of activity here in the OAC Conference. Not only busy here, Baldwin Wallace, busy here across the OAC Conference with fall sports and spring sports. Both really starting their seasons here, getting everything rolling. Again, Lacrosse was one of the first ones to really start hitting the field again. Both of these two teams coming in, they have played 4 and 5 games respectively each. Right now, as we're getting prepared here for the action, going to take a quick look at the records for both of these teams, look at the standings across the OAC Conference, and we'll go over the starting lineups here. So we'll start with the visiting Ohio Northern Polar Bears as they come in with a record of 2 and 3. Look at how they got to this point so far. Started the season on February 20th against John Carroll, a really tough matchup for the first opening game. Lost by a score of 24-8. John Carroll currently number 1 in the standings in the OAC, and they've been a tough matchup for everybody. Mount Union's tied with them at the top, both teams 4-0. But a tough one there for Ohio Northern, falling to them again, like I said, 24-8. Then coming back, trying to rebound at Otterbein, weren't able to do so. Lost by a score of 21-16, but then able to get things starting to go back on track at home versus Marietta, a win 18-12. Then against Heidelberg, 15-4 victory there, winning that one, and back-to-back wins, starting out 2-2. And then the last matchup on Saturday, a 17-9 loss against Mount Union. Mentioned that they're tied at the top there with John Carroll. So that's how Ohio Northern has so far started the women's lacrosse season here in the OAC. As for the Yellow Jackets, hosting this one here at George Finnie Stadium in Berea, they're looking to get on the right foot here, as it's been a little bit of a tough, slow start here starting the season off. First matchup against Otterbein, it was at Otterbein, fell 17-5. Then against Mount Union, fell 14-10. The matchup against Muskingum was canceled, then came back against John Carroll, and at John Carroll again, mentioned how tough that team is. And at Don Shula Stadium on the road, fell 19-1. So really a tough punch in the mouth there. Looked to respond against Marietta. It was a close one, 10-8, but couldn't get it done. So 0-4 here for the Yellow Jackets, looking to get their first win. But most matchups have been on the road so far. Only one at home. Weren't able to take care of business that first time at home against Mount Union. Here's an opportunity, a second home game against the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. So we'll see which team can really get on the right foot here. Either Ohio Northern can get on the right track and get to 500, or the Yellow Jackets, they can pick up their first win of the season. We'll take a quick break here for the national anthem and be right back with the starting lineups. And we're back here on BWYellowJackets.com. Again, thank you for watching and listening here this evening for this matchup between your home Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets and the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. We'll start off with the starting lineups for the visitors. The Polar Bears coming in with number 3, Lacey Warnock. In the defense, midfielder number 6, Noelle Orioli. Number 7, a midfielder, Kayla Grace. Number 8, a defender, Megan Ogrodnik. Number 10, an attacker, Sydney Kilgore. Number 12, a defender, Kate Noggle. Number 13, a midfielder, Annie McCarn. Number 16, a midfielder, Emma Perry. Number 24, midfielder, Amanda Wells. Number 26, midfielder, Meredith Miller. Number 30, attacker, Caitlin Thompson. And number 36, goalkeeper, Molly Dixon. And that is how Ohio Northern comes out starting this one. And then we look at the home Yellow Jackets, the freshman defender and also an attacker as well, starting out there. Number 2, Avery Desbois. Number 6, a junior midfielder, Sid Chamberlain. Number 7, a freshman midfielder, Deanna Lucas. Number 8, a senior defender and midfielder, Christina Roskoff. Number 10, a sophomore midfielder, Caitlin Radek. Number 13, senior defender, Cassidy Prather. Number 16, a sophomore midfielder, and that is Nagy Reed. And then number 17, a junior defender, Taylor Nadell. Number 19, a sophomore midfielder, Sophia Lume. Number 22, senior attacker, Alexis O'Neill. Number 28, senior midfielder, Maddie Ray. And rounding it off in goal, senior goalkeeper, number 98, Ashley Hildreth. And we get this one started here from Tressel Field, and it's Ohio Northern who comes away with it. And here on the wing area, on the near side, pass up to the attacker, streaking through and getting through the Yellow Jackets defense. A low shot, and that one goes out the back. Just not able to create that one in the goal. Orioli, a nice take there, and splitting right through the Yellow Jackets. So the first attack here for Ohio Northern, and that pass goes astray and will roll behind, and the Yellow Jackets will look to come the other way and see if they can build up their first attack here of the evening. Now looking around the OAC conference, mentioned John Carroll and Mount Union tied at the top of the standings right now, both with records of 4-0. Capital follows them at 3-0. Marietta sitting in the 4th spot, tied with Otterbein, both teams with records of 2-2. Ohio Northern here at 2-3, and then Muskingum, Baldwin Wallace, and Heidelberg, all 3 of those teams still searching for their first victory. There's the drive and the pass behind, right behind the goal. Avery Desbois, mentioned a freshman out of Avon Lake. The Yellow Jackets working it around. Just taking their time, finding an opportunity, seeing if there's a gap there in the Polar Bears defense. So across on the far side and looking to make a move, and the drive and the shot just wide, as that was Maddie Ray firing. She has been the offensive leader so far for this Yellow Jackets team. So far coming into this one, firing 13 shots, also picking up 10 points off of 5 goals and 5 assists. Here come the Polar Bears the other way, quickly in transition. Here on the wing area, streaking down the field, number 12, Kate Noggle. Just 3 minutes played here so far. Still knotted up at 0-0. And there's the save there, and knocked down by Ashley Hildreth. And she's a senior goalkeeper from New York. Looking for the pass, and she's able to find Nagy Reed Here come the Yellow Jackets the other way with Radek. O'Neal. Pass out to Ray. Ray to Radek in the middle. Yellow Jackets still looking for a way to break through here. A move to the middle, and the shot. That's knocked down. Nice look there by O'Neal, and here come the Polar Bears. Scooped up by Reed. O'Neal on the right side of the field. Again, the Yellow Jackets attacking left to right on your screen right now. The move inside. Shot fired low, and it's in for the first goal. It's Deanna Lucas who picks it up for the Yellow Jackets, and that's exactly the start they needed. Now leading the Polar Bears 1-0, finally getting the first breakthrough here.
Goal, Yellow Jackets by number 7, Deanna Lucas. The men's tennis team opens the 2021 season on Wednesday, April 7th.
Deanna Lucas, just a freshman, the midfielder from New York, went to Eastchester High School. It's now her 4th goal of her collegiate career on the season here. Face-off won by the Polar Bears. In transition, that's Meredith Miller. Poked away. It's going to stay with the Polar Bears here. An opportunity for the Polar Bears to respond. Crashing in the shot. Deflected off of Hildreth. Great defensive play there. Working inside the fan area now. The shot fired. There's the goal to respond. Noelle Orioli. All knotted up here at 1 on bwyellowjackets.com between Yellow Jackets and the Polar Bears. Just a reminder that tonight's Yellow Jacket women's lacrosse game is being brought to you by Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, the healthcare provider for BW Athletics, Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company, and the Oswald Company for all of your insurance and risk management needs. Just over 5 minutes played so far. Both offenses just now starting to break through, the goal apiece. Waiting for the face-off in the middle. Scramble forward, and Ray trying to get to it. Radek also making a good effort, but coming away with it is Meredith Miller, just as she did the last time. Here come the Polar Bears on the attack. Working from right to left on your screen. Nice feed. And just not able to get the shot off. That was number 13, Annie McCarn. Pass over to Sophia Lume. Yellow Jackets still swinging around. They'll back it out. Here's Lucas. Again, she was the one who scored that opening goal for the Yellow Jackets. O'Neal trying to make a move. Not enough room to fire. She thinks better of it and passes it away. Behind the goal. Radek in the middle. 23 on the clock. Nice drive there. And it's going to be coming the other way here for the Polar Bears. Also, we'll keep you updated on what else is going around the conference. Here this evening, it's Otterbein facing Marietta. Right now, Otterbein has a 2-0 lead. John Carroll with a 2-goal advantage, winning 2-0 over Mount Union here at the moment. Again, those are the two teams tied at the top. But so far, John Carroll with a good start. And the Polar Bears, they now make it 2-1, giving themselves the advantage. A nice finish there. The Yellow Jackets looking to respond and see if they can get that one back here after a nice start and having the lead. So the Polar Bears starting to get their attack going here. It's Emma Perry who scored that one. Perry, the freshman midfielder from Pickerington, Ohio, in Columbus. Went to Pickerington North High School. And that right there is now her 8th goal on the season here. She is tied for the team lead here in goals so far this season. So a great start for the freshman offensively. So it's going to be number 6, Noelle Orioli, with the opportunity here. See if she can get a good shot off. And she does. And she scores another goal, and the Yellow Jackets starting to find themselves in a bit of a hole as the Polar Bears are getting into a rhythm. 3 unanswered goals here at the moment. 3-1 advantage.
Number 6, Noelle O'Reilly, her second, unassisted.
.21 minutes and 44 seconds left here. The fight for the face-off, and again, it's Meredith Miller who comes away with it. She's done that several times, and here come the Polar Bears once again on the attack. Just feeding it around right now. Sydney Kilgore has it. Right now, another opportunity here is it's going to be Annie McCarn looking to get a shot off here. She's been offensive threat, and she gets it done again. Another goal. 4 unanswered now for the Polar Bears. Score of 4-1.
Goal, the Polar Bears by number 13, Annie McCarn.
Annie McCarn, she has been one of the offensive leaders again for her team as well. Mentioned that last goal for Emma Perry really knotted them up at quite a few goals each here this season. Emma Perry's goal earlier not make her joint leading scorer. Sydney Kilgore has been the leading scorer right now. She's got 22 on the season so far. Offensively been quite a threat. Annie McCarn, that goal there, that gives her her 12th here on the season. She's got 8 assists here at the moment. We're going to take a timeout here on bwyellowjackets.com as the Yellow Jackets looking to try to get some momentum swing back their direction. It's been all Polar Bears here in the last couple minutes. We'll be right back. Stay tuned on bwyellowjackets.com. And we're back as the teams come back out on the field here. George Finnie Stadium in Berea on the campus of Baldwin Wallace. And beautiful weather here. All the snow here in the last couple weeks has finally melted and starting to get those spring-like temperatures. It's got to feel great down there on the field as back around the mid to high 50s and slight breeze coming from right to left. A nice clear night here for some women's lacrosse. It's the Polar Bears who have had the momentum going their way here. 4 unanswered goals, and they're on the attack once again, looking to see if they can capitalize. Kilgore. Backing down, turn to her left, back to her right. Perry. See the quickness there from Orioli. A nice feed. And cut inside. Meredith Miller picks up the goal there. Fantastic play by the Polar Bears, and they just keep pouring it on here at the moment. 5-1 over the Yellow Jackets. And right now it's really been trending just in the direction of the Polar Bears. Every face-off, it feels like, as hard as senior midfielder Maddie Ray can fight for trying to get the ball to her teammates. It always seems like Meredith Miller, who just scored the goal, is always the one coming away with it and coming the other direction on the attack for the Polar Bears. And they just keep coming at the Yellow Jackets. It's been a while since they've really had the ball on the other side of the field and have had an opportunity to attack. Here, an effort for the opportunity to get to it, and this ball rolling. And it's out there. And the Polar Bears will come the other direction, and that was due to the hustle there of Meredith Miller tracking down Taylor Nadell. Here comes Kilgore with Roscoff tight on her. A nice feed and a great save there by the senior Ashley Hildreth. Here's Roscoff needing some help. Finds Reed. Here comes Prather. And it's poked away by Kilgore. And her pass there is outside of the reach of number 30, Caitlin Thompson. And that a break there for the Yellow Jackets. Roscoff looking for Sid Chamberlain. Chamberlain not able to gather the ball there, and it was Megan Ogrodnik who came away with it. The senior defender out of Webster, New York. Orioli, the shot skips and knocked down there by Hildreth. And she'll find Christina Roscoff, senior out of Strongsville, coming forward with it. Pass up to fellow senior Alexis O'Neill. O'Neill looking to make something happen. And the defense of the Polar Bears collapses down. Showing off the speed there is Lacey Warnock. Feeds Orioli. Pass tipped away. But Caitlin Thompson able to hold on to it. Gets it over to Kilgore. Kilgore on the left-hand side of your screen. Kicks it back out to Emma Perry here. Just over 17 and a half minutes left here in this period. Polar Bears looking to tack on to their lead. Pass into Kilgore. She's the leading scorer for the Polar Bears, and she shows why. Gets that goal. 6-1. 6 unanswered for the Polar Bears. Mentioned Sydney Kilgore, the leading attacker so far this season. Freshman out of Pleasant Plain. Went to Little Miami High School. That goal right there continues to tack onto that tally. That will be number 23 on the season. Impressive season already. And we've really just begun not too long ago. Coming into this one, she fired a team high 36 shots so far, and getting able to capitalize on that one. Not too many shots she's taken so far in this one, but the one she just took right there was a meaningful one. And the Polar Bears offense, they've been relentless, and they come back again. The feed from Kilgore, picking up the assist there, and the finish by Meredith Miller. 7-1, Polar Bears.
Goal high ordered by number 26, Meredith Miller, her second, assisted by number 10, Sydney Kilgore, her second.
So Meredith Miller, that's her second goal of the game. Mentioned the assist there by Kilgore. That's her second of the game as well. Mentioned that she can score goals. She's shown it this season. It's 23 already. Came into this this matchup here with 4 assists. She's now up to 6, showing that she can pass it off to her teammates as well and let them do the work and pick up the goals as well. An all-around threat offensively. Here's the face-off in the middle. Again, much needed for the Yellow Jackets. Nearly able to get to it is Miller. She's fighting for it. Scramble for it, and coming away with the ball finally is Amanda Wells, the sophomore midfielder from Mason, Ohio. Ball slips away there from Orioli. And making a big run up the middle is Deanna Lucas, the lone goal scorer for the Yellow Jackets. Can she on the counter make something happen? Great shot on goal. Even better save there by Molly Dixon. That was an opportunity the Yellow Jackets they really needed. Alexis O'Neill, the senior, tracking back, knocks it away. That one just skipping away, and can a Polar Bear scoop it up? And they can. It's Kayla Grace, senior midfielder from Marysville. Both teams having a hard time collecting the ball right now. But a nice effort play. But coughed up. Kate Noggle did the tough work, but the pass not able to find her teammate. Here comes Caitlin Radek. Can she do something with it? Trying to get past Miller. To the left. She's in on goal. And she fires and she slots it in. The Yellow Jackets finally respond after giving up 7 unanswered. That's exactly what they needed to even have a hope to get back into this one. That stops the bleeding just slightly here. 7-2 is now your score. And for Radek, the sophomore midfielder out of Olmsted Township, went to Olmsted Falls High School here. Getting a big finish for her. And that is her 7th goal on the season. That does put her the leading goal scorer here so far on the season for the Yellow Jackets. Came in tied with O'Neill at 6. Right now she stands at the top of goal scorers for the team again at 7 now. Can the Yellow Jackets win this face-off? Go on the attack again. It's 15 minutes left to go here in the period. Be much needed. Here come the Polar Bears. Back the other way, it's Kilgore. Behind the goal. Caitlin Thompson. Gabby Manastra, and that one's going to be out on the far side and going to come the other direction here with the Yellow Jackets. Hildreth finds Roscoff. Kilgore tracking back on her. She's able to feed Lume. Here's Lume on the attack. Cutting inside. Passes it away. Just poked away, but able to regather. It's number 6, Sid Chamberlain. Now the Yellow Jackets going to slow it back down and see if they can work the offense. Lucas. Desbeauvois. And that pass was a nice effort there. Looking for Chamberlain, just not able to connect. Here come the Polar Bears quickly on the counter. Kilgore going to slow it down a little bit. In the far left corner. That pass scooped up there by Gabby Manastra. Miller. Now down with Wells. Wells to Orioli. Miller cutting inside, fires just wide. Past Hildreth and past the goal. Possession here stays with the Polar Bears on the moment. And it's Kilgore. And it was Annie McCarn trying to fire. Just gets poked away. Loses control. And it will be the Yellow Jackets coming the other direction with Roscoff. Out on the wing, and then cutting inside is Lucas. She's got plenty of green space in front of her. To Chamberlain. Now here's O'Neal. Out to Ray. Ray looking to cut inside, looking to fire, and she does in the bottom left corner. Yellow Jackets, 2 unanswered, slowly trying to fight back here now. 7-3, Polar Bears still lead. Yellow Jackets really working hard to get that offense and that attack going. And who else but through the attack and offense there, the senior midfielder, Maddie Ray. As mentioned that she has been one of the attacking leaders here for this team so far. Been the leader in shots coming in. Also had 10 points. And that right there gives her her 6th goal so far on the season. Just under 11 and a half minutes left to go here in the first period. The face-off won, and it's number 17, Taylor Nadell, who comes away with it. Now it's Reed. Up the middle, and it's poked away. It's going to maintain with the Yellow Jackets here on the attack. Just on the edge of the fan area. O'Neal working inside. Tries to fire the shot. And saved by the freshman goalkeeper, Molly Dixon. Lacey Warnock. Up to Kilgore. Kilgore's got some room. Cutting inside. Firing. And a nice finish there, just past Hildreth. 8-3, Polar Bears. And right when the Yellow Jackets were trying to fight their way back, the Polar Bears getting it done on the attack behind the strong play of Sydney Kilgore, who mentioned how great her season has been so far here offensively from the start. Just continuing to add to a fantastic night. Already 2 goals and 2 assists for her. Here's the face-off, and the Polar Bears with Kilgore win it, and here comes Miller. Thompson. The defense of Lucas tight on her. Scramble for the loose ball, and it's Lacey Warnock who is able to collect it. Just feeding it around just outside of the fan area here. Again, the Polar Bears attacking from right to left. The shot, and saved by Hildreth. Here comes Reed. Needs some help, and a dangerous one. It's in the stick of Kilgore. Makes a move, and a save by Hildreth. And that one's a big save off of a dangerous pass there. A big shove there by Meredith Miller, and have to say the sophomore midfielder definitely shows her physicality. Not afraid to get into it out there, but that one going against her, and the Yellow Jackets the other direction. Ball going back to Hildreth, and got Roscoff in the middle and Kilgore trailing her. Several Yellow Jackets checking too, trying to give an option. Taking a little bit of time for Hildreth to find anybody, continually creeping her way forward. Oh, and there's a feed, and quickly in transition, opportunity. Pass up to Kilgore. And Alexis O'Neill, the attacker for the Yellow Jackets, a little frustrated with herself there. Could not gather and hold on to that pass there from Hildreth. And here are the Polar Bears on the other side looking to tack onto their 5-point advantage that they currently have. Behind the net with Kilgore. Cut inside, the feed, and it's Annie McCarn not quite able to gather that and get a clean shot off. Hildreth feeding it out, just scoots away, scramble for it. Coming back and gathered by O'Neill, quickly in transition. Can the Yellow Jackets capitalize on the advantage here? Going to her left, firing, goal, Yellow Jackets. A big shot there, big play. Cutting into that deficit. Yellow Jackets just trailing now by 4. 8-4 still in favor of the Polar Bears. 7.5 to go left in the first period. As we take a quick break here, we'll also take a break on bwyellowjackets.com. We'll be right back. As soon as we come back, we'll go over what's happening around the conference. Stay tuned. And we're back here on bwyellowjackets.com. Again, if you're just now tuning in, the Ohio Northern Polar Bears visiting George Finnie Stadium at Baldwin Wallace, leading 8-4. The Polar Bears came in with a record of 2-3, and the Yellow Jackets still searching for their first win on the season, currently sitting at 0-4. An update here with what's going around the conference at the moment here in women's lacrosse. Otterbein with a 9-3 lead over Marietta. Just 7 minutes to go left there in that first period. John Carroll and Mount Union mentioned at the start of this broadcast, those two teams were tied at the top of the standings, but it's John Carroll with a pretty sizable 7-2 advantage right now, with 11 minutes left to go in the period there. Again, you're watching this matchup here. No update on the OAC website, and I'm seeing for the Heidelberg and Capital matchup. If I do see any updates, I will let you know there. But right now, the Yellow Jackets here on the attack and needing to get another goal, continue to just chip away at the big advantage the Polar Bears put together when they scored 7 unanswered. Spinning through, firing close in was number 1 Tara Martin, the freshman attacker out of Brunswick. But a nice save there by Dixon. Miller in the middle of the field. To Emma Perry, trying to make a move. Spins out of that and backs up. Wells. Backing down is Annie McCarn. Feeds it behind the goal to Kilgore, and Kilgore looking for a cutter in the middle. And it was 16 Emma Perry who was wide open. Just not able to gather that pass and get a shot off. And the Yellow Jackets trying to go the other direction. Lost that one. And here come the Polar Bears once again. Ball on the floor. Well done by Wells to get out of that. And here's Kilgore on the left side. Creeping up towards the fan area. Finds a cutter. And feed. In the bottom left corner. A beautiful shot by Annie McCarn. Kilgore picks up her 3rd assist. And Annie McCarn adds to her continually growing goal scoring total on the season.
Goal Ohio Northern by number 13, Annie McCarn, her 2nd, assisted by number 10, Sydney Kilgore, her 3rd.
Lots of local prospects here. The Yellow Jackets team, there are some out-of-state talents, but there's also many from the surrounding Northeast Ohio area here on the Yellow Jackets roster, as well as Ohio Northern. I have to say they've recruited well themselves up here in this area. Annie McCarn mentioned she is one of the attacking leaders for the Polar Bears. She's a senior midfielder from Bay Village up in the area. Went to Western Reserve Academy for high school. The 9-4 Polar Bear advantage over the Yellow Jackets. Just under 5 to play here in the first period. Can the Polar Bears get into double digits here before the end of this period? With the way they've been attacking, there's a good possibility. But can the Yellow Jackets fend it off? Good job staying in front there by number 19, Sophia Lume. Turnover there by Ohio Northern. Turnover there. The Yellow Jackets. Here come the Polar Bears. Quickly coming the other direction. That was number 9. Taylor Baratich. Coming in right at the top of the fan area there, making the contact with number 13. Excuse me, that's number 11. Avery Snyder, freshman midfielder out of Uniontown, went to Lake High School. She's got the ball once again. Pass a little bit low, though, for Orioli, and that one's going to be out, coming back the other direction for the Yellow Jackets. The feed up to O'Neal, Alexis O'Neal. Going to the outside, thought she might cut to the inside and look to fire off a shot. Instead, she'll run the offense here. Finding the cutter inside, a nice feed. Number 6, Sid Chamberlain, not able to get a shot off. But it will be Chamberlain. An opportunity for the shot here. Gets in, cuts to the left. She loses a handle on it. Still a scramble, and she ends up coming away with it. The Yellow Jackets attack is still alive and well here with 2 minutes left in the period. Radek. O'Neal. O'Neal working inside. Yeah, initially some nice defense there by number 12, Kate Noggle. And then a foul on Ohio Northern. It will be Chamberlain once again. Chamberlain cutting inside last time. She lost a handle on it. She gets the shot off there. We'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. Again, mounting an attack here that has been taking a little bit of time. Polar Bears finally coming away with it. Just over a minute to go, and that pass deflected. Here comes O'Neal. Long pass out to the middle to Radek. Lume. Here's Lume. It's poked away, but Chamberlain able to gather that. O'Neal. Move inside off the stick of Radek there. Look to have another foul on Ohio Northern. It's going to go against Amanda Wells. It was the Yellow Jackets who started off defensively. We're picking up a ton of fouls, and here in the last couple minutes it's been tough for the Polar Bears to get out of their defensive end, and Yellow Jackets on the attack. The shot fired in. Goal by Radek. So with just 20 seconds left, Caitlin Radek picks up her second goal of the game. The Yellow Jackets back to just a 4-goal deficit. The Polar Bears have a 9-5 lead. Just 19.3 seconds now left here in the period. It would take something special for a team to come away with a last second goal here. But we will wait and see what happens off of this face-off. It's up and gathered by Kilgore. Quickly finds McCarn. McCarn, 12 seconds. The pass forward. Goes awry. To Snyder. They need to get something off. 3 seconds. Snyder got to fire. Somebody's got to fire Miller. Nothing there. Not able to get a shot off. And that's how we wrap it up. The end of the first period. Ohio Northern a 9-5 lead. Again, you've been watching and listening here on bwyellowjackets.com. We'll take a break with the action here on the field at halftime. And we will be back with the second half action again here on bwyellowjackets.com. Stay tuned. And we're back on bwyellowjackets.com. Those are the 2-3 Ohio Northern Polar Bears. Currently lead the 0-4 Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets by a score of 9-5. See if the Yellow Jackets can turn around here in the second half. Just a reminder that tonight's Yellow Jacket women's lacrosse game is being brought to you by Medical Mutual of Ohio, the healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Buffalo Wild Wings in Medina, Strongsville, and Warrensville Heights. Buffalo Wild Wings, the ultimate place to get together with your friends to watch sports and eat wings. And Barron's Bus, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Again, Cole McDaniel here. Thanks for tuning in for this one. And it's the Yellow Jackets who start off on the attack, coming away with possession after the face-off. Cutting inside and firing the senior O'Neal. We'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. Great energy and attack there from O'Neal quickly. Martin to Lume. Lucas. Continuing to work it around. The outside. So just behind the goal here. Switched across to O'Neal. O'Neal passes to Martin. Working inside, poked away. Nice defense there by the Polar Bears. Lacey Warnock here. Streaking down the field, and it was Maddie Ray applying the tight pressure on here, and here are the Polar Bears on the far side. Again, they're now attacking from left to right on your screen here this half. In the all-black uniforms. Here's Miller. Scramble for it. Coming away with the ball is Cassidy Prather. Well done there defensively by Prather, the senior out of New York. Here come the Yellow Jackets from the wing area. Looks to stay with the Yellow Jackets here in the middle of the field. It's Deanna Lucas. To Lume. Near side to Chamberlain. Ray to O'Neal. O'Neal looking to cut inside. Good help defense there by Megan Ogrodnik. Some parents here in the crowd this evening. The Yellow Jacket parents cheering there as Ohio Northern called with the foul. An opportunity, the shot just skips by the far back post there. Nice effort by Caitlin Radak. Just not able to capitalize on the opportunity. Here comes Warnock. side with Kilgore. Just outside the wing. The fan area. And the shot there, trying to skip it off the ground, was Noelle Orioli. Deflected off of the stick there of Ashley Hildreth, the Yellow Jackets goalkeeper. Here come the Polar Bears. There's Annie McCarn looking to fire on net. And going to be a foul there on the Yellow Jackets. So an opportunity for McCarn. Again, she is a goal-scoring threat. Can she fire and score? She fires just wide and skips out and behind. Nearly 5 minutes played here in the second half. And a miscue there for Hildreth, and looked like an opportunity for the Polar Bears, but instead here comes Chamberlain in transition. Can the Polar Bears get back and defend this? Chamberlain's going to need some help. Ray feeds it to O'Neal. O'Neal behind the net, walking her way up. Trying to fire. It's deflected away. Here's Chamberlain, an opportunity. And we got a foul. Against the Polar Bears. It will be Chamberlain for the Yellow Jackets. Chamberlain, the junior midfielder. That one taken away from her, and here come the Polar Bears in transition, coming the other direction. So far, the second half starting how we started the first half. Both teams offensively still looking to get going on the attack. And there's the shot and the first goal of the half here for the Polar Bears, putting them into double digits. 10-5 is their advantage.
Goal, Ohio Northern by number 6, Noelle O'Reilly. Her third.
Number 6, Noelle Orioli. And Orioli, her sixth goal here this season so far. She's picked up 2 here in this game. Again, she was the first one to score for the Polar Bears, and now to this point, so far the last one to score. With how this game has been going though, hard to believe that over the next 23 minutes there won't be any more goals here for the Polar Bears, but for the Yellow Jackets, hoping they can keep that at a minimum and start scoring themselves here in the second half. The drive in, and Deanna Lucas backing it out. Here's Ray. Feed to Chamberlain. Chamberlain, an opportunity in the bottom corner. Quick response for the Yellow Jackets. Exactly what they needed. Picking up their 6th goal here of the game. Now 10-6.
Goal, BW by number 6, Sid Chamberlain, assisted by number 28, Maddie Ray.
Maddie Ray picks up the assist. Chamberlain so far this season not really known for being a goal-scoring threat. but look composed in front of the goal there, and great finish. Sliding that right down the bottom corner. Would have been hard for Molly Dixon, the goalkeeper, to get to that. Chamberlain, only her second goal so far here on the season. Face-off won by Ohio Northern. McCarn to Wells. Wells streaking forward, showing off her speed, her quickness. And behind the goal with Thompson. Trying to find Kilgore, and she does. Kilgore, after a little bit of contact there with Roscoff, able to maintain her balance and working up to the top of the fan area here. Feed over to Emma Perry. Roscoff, as well as Radek, collapse on her. Perry looking to make something happen. And the pressure of Radek right now, really getting after Perry, and Perry's to pass it away. Here comes Warnock. Warnock through the middle. Oh, and Kilgore gets fortunate there. Able to fend off Christina Roscoff, collect it, and fire. A goal there for Kilgore, and just showing the strength. Overpowering Christina Roscoff in the fight for that loose ball.
Assisted by number 6, Noelle O'Reilly.
Noelle O'Reilly picks up the assist on Kilgore's third goal of the game. Kilgore's 25th on the season. It's a statement play there from the freshman up against the senior defender and Roscoff. And we'll see if she can win the face-off for her team here. Up against Maddie Ray. Here comes McCarn on the wing and then passes it off. Kilgore slows it down. Amanda Wells thought about making a move, showing off her quickness. Instead, gives it off. Now it's with Miller, Meredith Miller. Was a presence in the first half so far, been pretty quiet here in the second. We'll see if she gets something going. Behind the goal, Caitlin Thompson. The feed to a cutting Kilgore. Great assist there by Thompson. Can the Yellow Jackets stop Kilgore? At the moment, the answer is no. She is offensively continuing to dominate.
Assisted by number 30, Caitlin Thompson.
12-6 in favor of the Polar Bears. .21.5 minutes left to go here in the second half. Maddie Ray comes away with it. Now in the attacking area for the Yellow Jackets. Lucas, make you move inside. She fires. There's the response they needed. Deanna Lucas, the freshman midfielder, taking over there offensively. Big response. Need some more of that here in the next 21 minutes. It was Lucas who actually scored the opening goal of this game, with her second of the game. She picks up her 5th on the season. 12-7. And here come the Yellow Jackets once again. It's Lucas. Can she do it again? This time she's going to slow it down. Pass it to Ray. Ray trying to make a move. Going to her right-hand side. Opportunity to shoot just wide. And that will bounce behind. We'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. O'Neal. Lucas walking into the fan area. And that pass out of the reach of any of her teammates. Here come the Polar Bears the other direction. Quickly in transition. Streaking down the field is number 3, Lacey Warnock. And that pass a little too high for her teammate, but Perry able to track it down. Here's a move. A shot. Fired in. A rifle from Amanda Wells, and you saw her setting up for it. She thought about releasing earlier. Took another couple steps to her right and just rifled that past Ashley Hildreth. Right into that upper right-hand corner. 13-7 in favor of the Polar Bears. Again, you're watching and listening here on bwyellowjackets.com.
The women's soccer team opens the 2021 season on Thursday, March 18th when they host an Ohio Athletic Conference game against Ohio Northern University at 7 o'clock.
And right now we got 19 and a half minutes left to go here in the second half. Here come the Polar Bears the other way. McGarn to the goal scorer, Wells. And Kilgore right now, and she's been dangerous looking for her cutters there. She's picked up several assists as well. She's got 4 goals here so far in the game. She's just going to back it out at the moment. Finds Miller. Miller, a nice shot off the leg of Hildreth. O'Neal. Lucas. In the middle, Lou May. Ray here on the left-hand side of your screen. Walking in. Makes a nice move. Can she fire? Whips that one just a little bit wide and just out here in the left-hand corner. Mentioned a lot's going on with spring sports and fall sports in the OAC playing at the same time. With what's going on here, pretty much activities almost every single night. And there's a goal by Caitlin Radek. Fantastic finish.
Goal BW by number 10, Caitlin Radek, her third, unassisted.
Makes it 13-8. Still the Polar Bears with the lead. And right before that shot and that goal by Radek was mentioning nothing actually going on here tomorrow night in Yellow Jacket Athletics. Women's volleyball at home against Capital. That starts at 6 p.m. as well. It's actually football season is starting on Friday in their shortened season, but the Yellow Jackets visiting John Carroll. It's the 32nd battle for the Cuyahoga Gold Bowl trophy at Don Shula Stadium. A big rivalry to start off the shortened season. Again, the Yellow Jackets and the Blue Streaks there. In the East, for any of the Ohio Northern Polar Bears listening, they were split up onto the west side of the conference when it comes to the football season. Then on Saturday for the Yellow Jackets, baseball is up against John Carroll and softball up against Muskingum. Men's volleyball is in action against Mount St. Joseph. Men's lacrosse also in action against Wilmington. Quite a busy day there in athletics. And soon also have to mention the soccer programs. They'll be in action here very quickly. A lot is just coming to a start. And these two teams mentioned here, they've both been playing a couple games. And Ohio Northern looking to move to 500 here on the season, and that goal right there, increasing their lead, responding back to the Yellow Jackets goal. A nice finish there. And makes the score 14-8. So right now the Yellow Jackets, as soon as they get back from being down 6, cut it to 5, the Polar Bears continue to keep responding, trading blows for blows. But no big knockout punch able to be landed here for the Yellow Jackets as the Polar Bears continuing to keep that gap. The Yellow Jackets, there's some good things that have been seen out there so far on the field. Some good shots. Some positive things there on the attack. Just that 7-goal run unanswered for the Polar Bears has been too tough to overcome. Put the Yellow Jackets behind the 8 ball right at the beginning of this one. But now can they respond with 16 and a half minutes left to go here in the second half? Radek, it's poked away, regathers it. Finds Ray. Ray, a pass to Chamberlain and some traffic. Chamberlain able to handle it. Tara Martin backs it out. Here's Radek. Scored the last goal for the Yellow Jackets. O'Neal cutting inside, firing. And that one is saved by the freshman goaltender, Molly Dixon, out of Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania. comes Warnock. Gets pressured and able to feed it up to Amanda Wells. Wells to McArn. McArn through the middle. Nice defense poked away, but she's able to recollect it. 15 minutes left to go. As we finally reach that halfway point here in the second half. Number 7, Deanna Lucas, streaking down the far side of the field into the wing area. So far ran about 60 yards to this point. And there, Alexis O'Neill not too happy with the official on the far side. And it's the Polar Bears here coming the other direction. And there's another finish. Another goal there for the Polar Bears. 15-8. Now, I've been updating you around the OAC here this evening. Another update here. Just 6 minutes left to go in the second half of the matchup between Otterbein and Marietta, and that's pretty safe to say that that one is iced away, sealed up, an Otterbein victory, 19-3. As for the matchup between John Carroll and Mount Union, it was John Carroll that really had a big advantage. 7-2 last time I updated you. Here in the second half, a little bit more time on the clock than here. 22 minutes left to go. Just a 5-point advantage, though, still for John Carroll as they've been trading back and forth, goals back and forth. John Carroll, again, 13-8 is that score. Those two teams, again, undefeated coming into this one. We'll keep you updated on that. That last goal for the Polar Bears was a goal by Kilgore, getting her 27th on the season. There's a shot and a finish, a quick response by Lucas. What a great play on the attack by her.
Goal EW by number 7, Deanna Lucas, her third, unassisted on the play.
That one unassisted, and Deanna Lucas putting the attack on her back there is, at this point, you're needing goals and needing to get back into it. If she can keep doing that for the next 13 minutes, she's done it twice already here in the last 5 minutes or so. Still not out of the realm for the Yellow Jackets. Plenty of time left to play. Down 6, 15-9, Polar Bears. Radek. Ray scoops it up. In transition. Quickly going at the defender to her right side. Whips a shot in. Deflected off of Dixon. Gathered by the Polar Bears. Here's Kilgore. Avery Snyder has room to run. Dumps it in. The shot. That was in close there by Caitlin Thompson. Could have been pretty dangerous for the Yellow Jackets. They survived that first attack, but see if the Polar Bears can put on a second wave here. with Wells. Tries to find Meredith Miller. She can't do so. Prather needs some help. Gets it over to Roscoff. Here comes Ray, the senior. Fires, and a goal. 15-10. So 2 unanswered goals there for the Yellow Jackets. Can they start stringing something together? Just under 12 and a half minutes left to go here in the second half. Maddie Ray's second goal here on the night. Again, the senior midfielder from Cuyahoga Falls went to Richfield Revere High School. Kilgore and Ray fighting for it. It's the quick Amanda Wells who comes the other direction, and she is so shifty. Maddie Manastra to Miller. Here's Wells again. That's going to be a foul there on the Yellow Jackets. Wells fires just high and out behind. Still going to stay with the Polar Bears. Again, there's that physicality we've seen earlier from Taylor Baratich. Foul on her. Another nice opportunity here for the Polar Bears. Can they capitalize? And no, they can't. Ashley Hildreth ready for that one. Gets the save. Yellow Jackets in transition. O'Neal. Chamberlain trying to make something happen. And after that foul, and here are the Yellow Jackets with Chamberlain, an opportunity to fire a shot on net. That one deflected. The Polar Bears survived there. That foul was on Sydney Vanderbilt. That free position shot. Again, mentioned that one was saved by Molly Dixon, and Dixon, the freshman's had some pretty nice saves here. Been getting it done for her team. Here come the Polar Bears, slowly walking it up. Behind the goal is McCarn, finds an open Kilgore, and a goal. 16-10 Polar Bears. When I say she was open, she was wide open. Nobody's even close to her there. Maybe the easiest finish that Kilgore's had on the evening.
The men's volleyball team, 6-4 and 6-4 in the Midwest Collegiate Volleyball League, is back in action on Saturday, March 13th when it hosts Mount St. Joseph University for a MCVL doubleheader at 1 o'clock.
Mentioned the attacking ability of Sydney Kilgore with 10 minutes left to go. She keeps this up. She could be looking at goal number 30 on the season. That's 28. Had 22 coming into the night. She just keeps firing with 6 this evening. Brief pause here as the officials are going to speak with each other. And as they do so, just a reminder that tonight's Yellow Jacket women's lacrosse game is being brought to you by Santos Italian Restaurant in Middleburg Heights, a family-owned and operated restaurant for 35 years. And American International, when you require a company with proven performance, rely on American International. Everything sorted out with the officials. And here is Deanna Lucas. She fires again, her 4th on the night. 16-11, still in favor of the Polar Bears. Lucas getting it done offensively here in the second half.
The women's volleyball team opens the 2021 season on Friday, March 12th when it hosts an Ohio Athletic Conference doubleheader match against Capital University on seniors night at 6 o'clock.
Just under 9 minutes to go here. It's Ray and Kilgore facing off once again. That one flipped backwards and Yellow Jackets with Avery Beauvoir driving in behind the goal. Here's Ray. Right at the top of the fan area. Trying to make a move to her right-hand side. That's where she likes to fire. She does whip that one towards the goal. Stay with the Yellow Jackets. Chamberlain. Lucas. In the middle to Lume. Lume trying to get some space for a shot. Not able to do so. Can Lucas do it herself? No. She finds Radek. Looks like an opportunity possibly for Radek, but instead finds Ray. Ray, make your move. Meredith Miller with the tough defense finds a wide open Beauvoir. And the finish. 16-12. The Yellow Jackets now just down 4. And finally starting to chip away at that deficit. Just under 8.5 minutes here left to go. Beautiful finish there by Beauvoir, the freshman out of Avon Lake. And a great feed there by the senior, Maddie Ray. Despite the lead in favor of Ohio Northern, momentum starting to swing towards the Yellow Jackets here just briefly. A little belief and hope starting to mount for everybody out there on the field that's wearing white and gold. Behind the goal, it's Chamberlain. Nice move. Fires low, skips it in, another goal. The Yellow Jackets continuing to come back. Just down 3, 16-13. What a comeback this would be. And we got a timeout here down the field, and this break here will result in a timeout for us here on bwyellowjackets.com. Make sure to stay tuned as we could have a very interesting finish here with 7 minutes left to go at George Finnie Stadium on the campus of Baldwin Wallace. And as we're back here on bwyellowjackets.com, again, my name's Cole McDaniel. Thanks for joining me here this evening. Beautiful evening here for some women's lacrosse. 7 minutes left in this one, but next upcoming games for the Polar Bears on Saturday the 13th. They'll have senior day against Muskingum. And then they'll go to Capital on Wednesday the 17th. Taking a look at what's upcoming here for the Yellow Jackets after this one tonight. They'll be at Heidelberg on Wednesday the 17th. So a week from now. And then that following Saturday, they'll be at Capital. Here comes Chamberlain. Took a lot of contact there from number 26, Meredith Miller. Here's Maddie Ray. 6 minutes to go. Yellow Jackets just down 3. Ray fires, and she sneaks it into the backside of the goal. A couple unanswered now for the Yellow Jackets, and they continue to start knocking on the door here. Just down 2, 16-14. And it was a tough run to start the season for the Yellow Jackets. Mentioned the 2 losses to Otterbein, then Mount Union. Game versus Muskingum was canceled. A big loss to John Carroll, who really has been dominant so far this season. And John Carroll has extended their lead 17-9 over Mount Union here at the moment, so they will stand alone at the top of the standings here at the end of the night as long as nothing crazy changes here in the next 12 minutes of that matchup there. And again, that's in the second half. Then the Yellow Jackets, last matchup against Marietta was close, 10-8, very defensive, lower scoring. Maybe that close matchup there gave them a little bit of confidence, because they're playing with some energy here. Just over 5.5 left to go. Deanna Lucas is fed up to the middle. De Beauvoir. And a move there. Backing out is O'Neal. O'Neal wanted to get some room to fire. 3 Polar Bears collapsing down on her. Ray just outside of the fan area. Working in against the tough Meredith Miller. And she fires high there. Lucas. Some tough pressure there by Amanda Wells being applied against number 19, Sophia Lumet. Lumet to Lucas. Takes a look at the clock and fires. Just have to give credit to the Polar Bear defense there. And here they come the other direction. Offensively, they haven't had much happen, and now here come the Yellow Jackets once again. Momentum really swinging their way. O'Neal. In the middle with Lucas. Here's Ray. Just flips it up for Caitlin Raydeck. Lots of contact there. Takes a little bit of a shot up to the head or neck area. See the card there. That's Lacey Warnock, sophomore defender from Brick, New Jersey. So the Yellow Jackets right now are 1 up. Can they take advantage of the 1 extra player out there on the attack? Need to move it around. Down to 3 minutes. Starting to get to crunch time. Need to pick up a goal. This is the opportunity to do so. Cutting through in that pass. Goes awry, and outstanding defense there by Meredith Miller. As that is huge for Ohio Northern. It really hurts the Yellow Jackets. Now it's with Kilgore. Kilgore showing off her speed. Had not seen that burst out of Kilgore yet tonight. Everything she's done has been in shorter, closer territory, she hasn't really had to try to break out in transition. Down just under 2.5 to go. Again on bwyellowjackets.com. Want to thank everybody for watching and listening. Not quite done yet here, but the Polar Bears hoping to take some time, ice this away. Meredith Miller. And the clock will stop after the foul on Cassidy Prather. Driving in, firing right in front of the net. Very close there for Sydney Kilgore. She got pushed though, and going to be a foul against the Yellow Jackets. So this is dangerous when you got Kilgore coming in. She hasn't been missing too much when she's been shooting here tonight, and she's not going to miss again. 17-14, and that should just about do it, as the Yellow Jackets, quite a fight. Impressive all the way down to the finish. It's just that 7-goal run that was unanswered in the first half for the Polar Bears was impressive, and just really put this just out of reach for the Yellow Jackets, and they weren't able to capitalize. Being one player up on the other end, and just could not allow Ohio Northern to score here on the other end, and Kilgore does what she does best. Puts the ball in the back of the net, and now we're at 17-14, minute and 45 seconds left here in the second period. Come the Yellow Jackets the other direction with Maddie Ray. Ray to O'Neal. Devubois. Radek. Oh, nice move there by Chamberlain, and she fires, skips that one in, and scores that goal with 1 minute and 3 seconds left to go. So the Yellow Jackets down 2. Gonna have to start firing off some shots very quickly. Great job, though, by Sid Chamberlain picking up her 3rd goal of the game. Again, mentioned that she only came in with 1 so far on the season. If that's the last goal she scores here tonight, she'll be walking out with 4. Quite a game for her. So right now, been pretty close on shots. Both of these teams very even there. Ohio Northern 34 shots, Yellow Jackets with 33 shots on goal. The Polar Bears have led that 28-22. So those free position shots that have been a killer for the Yellow Jackets. 4 opportunities, made 1. Ohio Northern, they've had 7 opportunities and made 3 of the 7. Polar Bears winning that face-off. Great job there by Radek, but it's Caitlin Thompson able to respond and finds that. Cutting inside, looking for an opportunity to shoot, and then deciding to back that out and pass it away is number 13, Annie McCarn. Down to 30. And the Polar Bears, if they're smart, they can just pass this one around. Really just try to kill the clock. They will do so. With Caitlin Thompson down there, and that's how we're going to end it. A tough battle and a tough fight there between these two teams. But it's the Polar Bears that get it done by a score of 17-15. There you have it, the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. They'll advance to a 500 record. So a big win for them, going now 3-3 overall and in the conference. For the Yellow Jacket women's lacrosse team here, still searching for that first victory. Mention it though, tough loss versus Marietta, just lost by 2, 10-8. Here tonight, really fought back, showed some grit, some tough mettle, and weren't going to give up here. Just falling by 2 once again 17-15. They go to 0-5, but an opportunity a week from now to look to get their first victory of the season. Again, for myself, Cole McDaniel, just want to thank everybody for tuning in here on bwyellowjackets.com. Again, the place where you can check out all of the action, as the fall and spring sports will both be playing here. So make sure to be tuning in to bwyellowjackets.com every single day to check out all of your favorite sports. Again, want to thank you again for tuning in, watching and listening here. Everybody, have a great night.